Yes, YouTube, how's it been going with you? Well, I hope you've enjoyed my last video. It's very different in my style of videos, but I've had quite a few people say they're enjoying it. I've had a couple of people being a dick about it, but that was always going to happen. I'd like to say a big thank you to Lone Rider 77, because she's been watching a lot of my videos, and I take all the comments, and like they're the kind of comments that I read and take in, and they're helpful, they're good, they show me that people are enjoying my videos and all the different content. But then I've also been having messages, comments like Metals to Magnet saying what a fail, that's nowhere near the entrance. Well, if you watch Nightscape's video on Underground Manchester, that's the exact entrance where he goes down. I weren't going to raise to this comment, but I've started now, so I'm going to. If they've welded that manhole shut and it's not an entrance, well, why the fuck have they done that? And it's an underground city. How many cities have one entrance? So, well done, brains, but have a think before you try to be a cocky fucker, because that's blatantly an entrance, but my land's a bell end. So Metals to Magnets, well in for that comment, you're a cock. But other than that, all my comments and messages have been good. Someone said that my video is like watching one of Ali Law's, which that's quite cool. I know it's not the style of video I've been doing, but yeah, the channel's changing. I've lost a few subscribers from changing my channel, but we seem to have levelled out now. All the people that are watching my videos are enjoying all the different content and varieties, keeping them interested. So yeah, my subscribers have started going down, but then levelled out and then slowly starting to go back up. Just keep making videos and hopefully we'll get more. So don't forget, if you're enjoying all my different content, to subscribe to my channel, like the videos, hit the bell if you don't want to miss anything. It's up to you, that one. But it does help a lot with me. So before I start today's video, I need to smoke a fag, because we know me, I can't do much without smoking a fag. I already had a fag this morning, and I've took Coda Bear a walk. It's why he's a bit wore out, isn't it? Shall we have a look at him? Say hello, Codes. Say hello. Good boy. He's a little bit wore out, panty, got his tongue hanging out. But he's an happy dog. He's been a nice walk, ain't you, Code? Yeah, you've been a nice walk. Bit warded out now. So I've done his drink. He's been to the toilet. He don't poo in the garden, as we know. So that's Coda Bear all sorted for a while. So we'll go outside, smoke a fag. I'll probably not record that. I'll probably get back to you once that's happened. So see you in a minute when we continue this video. Today's video, I want to do another Tales with Civ. And the title I've got for you today is, I want to go through my first car crash, because that was quite a good one. I think it's a good story. I think you'll enjoy the tale. So that's where we're going today. My voice is a bit croaky today though, so I'm not sure why. A bit phlegmy. Don't think I've got a cold. Probably just been smoking too much, hasn't it? But yeah, so today's tale starts, I think it was on a Sunday morning, about 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago-ish, give or take. I think it was about September time. It was beautiful sunny day. I can't remember where I was working at the time, but I didn't get up very early. I was in bed. My phone rang, what woke me up. It was one of my mates, like, what are you up to? He lived in Weddington at the time, in Nuneaton. Quite close to where Rat lives. It weren't Rat, it was a different one of my mates. But he rang me up like, what are you up to? Like, not a lot. He was like, fancy doing something? Okay then. I'll just get up, get sorted, and I'll come to you. So I got up, got dressed, had a wash, and got all sorted. I smoked a fag, went out to my car, and got in my car. So yeah, let's go to Nuneaton then. So I drove from my house down through town, down past QE, if you're from Atherstone, then that's the high school, drove out of Atherstone onto the A5, and that's as far as I got. So I was driving down at the A5 Island, waiting behind this car. This car was driving quite slow, so as soon as the island opened up into two lanes, I went round him, put my foot down a little bit. Well, I'd only just pulled off, so I weren't speeding, but I was in Ford Focus, the old shape. I think it was a 03 plate, 2003. Like the old shape, it was a 1.6 LX, like the standard one. But them Focuses, they have a bit of a dodgy thing with the back end's really light and they're front wheel drive, but the back end just slides out. So I've put my foot down and the back end is slipped out. It's done this a couple of times to me before, but it's gone bad this time. It's gone quite far around. So I'm not a professional crash driver. So as instant reaction, I've steered back the other way to try and pull it back round. That's worked, but then that shot it off too far round the other way. So now I've slid from say the road's going this way, like facing forward, and I've spun out that way, so I was like 90 degrees that way, turned back, and it's gripped and spun me 90 degrees, or 180, so I was facing that way now. It's 90 degrees from the start, but 180 degrees from where I was when bit over explaining, but so we're facing this way. The road's going down there, there's a curb there, and then a ditch the other side of the curb. I've hit the ditch with, so we've gone past the 180, I hit the ditch with my driver's side wheel. That's just flipped me into the ditch, so I've rolled it sideways, rolled round and got back to, like, my other door was facing the floor, and as I've got to there, I've hit this post, I think it was a 30 mile an hour post, might have been 50, but a speed limit post. I've hit that post, and then it spun me back the other way, so I'm in the car like spinning that way, hit the post, spun back the other way, and I've slid down the bank, landed on my door, so I was sideways. I had to push my door up in the air to climb out, but because I was sideways, I was sat in the seat with my seatbelt on. Look, I had my seatbelt on like a good boy, and I was sat there with my seatbelt on, like, thinking, if I don't do my seatbelt, I'm gonna fall down. So I've wedged myself in on all the car, like, wrapped it, got it all tight, undone my seatbelt slowly, let go, and it turns out I wouldn't have fell, I was pretty wedged in anyway. But so then I've got out of my seat, stood on the window of my door, and I've noticed when I was in there, I thought I'd been holding onto the steering wheel the whole time, but I can't have been, because you've got your gear, your window wiper lever and your indicators this side for your lights. I'd snapped both of them off, as I must have hit something, my hand slipped off, knocked both of them and snapped them off. they were hanging on by just the cables. So I've pushed this door up, and by this time, the person in the car behind me, God bless his soul, he's come round the field, climbed over the fence, and he's at my car. He's like, "Are you alright, mate?" Like, "Yeah, I'm good, mate. I just need to get out of this car." So he's held my door up in the air as I've climbed out, and held my car up because it's on its side. He's like, "Be careful, mate." Held my car up. I've jumped out, like shaken as you would be, but I promise you now, I've been on a few roller coasters. This is better than any roller coaster I've ever been on. A better feeling. I know you don't want to crash your car every day, but the adrenaline rush off that was crazy. It was amazing. I may be a slight bit of adrenaline junkie, but that was amazing, honestly. But got out of the car, shook up. There was like, "You hurt?" Like, nah. I had a big scratch down my arm here, from where the seatbelt had caught me as I slid, and it was all grazed, and it weren't just about bleeding, but it was a graze, big all down my arm. It was "Have you got anything else up with you?" Like, "No." And then a fast response ambulance come. He turned up, checked me over, was like, "You alright?" Like, "Yeah." He's like, "What you done?" Like, he's like, "You got any back pain?" Like, "No, no back pain whatsoever." So at this point I was like, I sparked up a fag. The bloke who was in the car behind me, he had his son in the car, and I didn't crash into them. It was a complete one person involved crash. But I've sparked up this fag and I've took it out of my pocket, still shaking because it shook me up. Got my fag in my lap, like shaking. Sparking up, the kids are like, "Fucking hell, it looks like you need that, mate. Like, you can say that again." Sparked this fag up, smoked it in like 4 drags flat, just like whew. And then I was getting cold as well. I had a jacket in the car, so I goes to the paramedic. "Can I get something out of my car because I'm getting cold?" He's like, "Well, I can't stop you, mate. It's up to you if you go in your car. I'm a paramedic." I'm like, "Yeah." So I've gone, jumped back in my car, grabbed a jacket, put that on, jumped back out of the car. So I go to the paramedics. They're like, "What's happening now?" He's like, "The police will be here in a minute." So just waiting for a minute. The police come, and they asked if I was alright. And then there was a few police come. This one woman, copper, she was nice. She was like, "Look at that gap there, mate." It's like, "Do you know how lucky you are?" Like, "Yeah." She's like, "Look, that gap in between that post there and that tree there is not big enough to get a car through. But you have gone through it sideways and fitted. Like, if you'd have been just a little bit more out, you'd have been no more you." Like, I was like, "Yeah, I do. I was in the car. I know how lucky I am." It's like, literally though, that hole between it was not big enough for a car to go through, but because I'd gone through it solid, I just slotted through, and it was crazy. And the police are like, the recovery truck's coming, so to get it out, there was we can wait with the car if you want. You haven't got to stay here because there's nothing more you can do. There was like, "If you got anything in your car you need." I was like, "There's a few bits." It was like, "If you want to jump in and get it, you can." So I jumped in my car, got a few bits out of my car, and so, well, a few bits. My car's always a mess, so I had like 10 jackets, God knows whatever else. Got out of my car holding all this stuff like that. But obviously there was other stuff still left in there, like my sub and stuff like that, and my CD player. But got out of the car like this, holding all the stuff. Yeah, it was on the Manchester Island, so I've walked straight down the industrial estate. I phoned my mate up, who lived in the one. I phoned my mate, the one I was going to meet. He answered the phone like, "You, where you at? What are you up to? You nearly here?" Like, "Mate, I ain't gonna make it. I've ripped my car off. He was like, you what? But honest, like, yeah, it's bad, mate. Every panel's dented. The roof, my roof was like there, and then the boot bit was literally a gap like that. My roof was meant to be there, and it was like there. I never smashed a single, well, I smashed one window. It was on them focuses, you've got the side windows, you've got your front one, the back one, and then a little triangle one. That little triangle one on the passenger side was the only window it smashed. But every single panel, my bonnet, my boot, my bumpers, doors, every single panel, the roof was dented in. I snapped my wheel off, so my wheel was just on the floor, not connected to my car. But anyway, I rang my mate up like, yeah, we're not going to make it. I'm not going to make it. I've crashed my car. I explained what I'd done to him. He was like, fucking hell, like, you alright? Like, yeah, I've just got a graze on my arm. And then I was like, I'll ring my other mate up at I See a Lot. You may remember him from my first videos, that's Beef. I don't see him as much anymore, but I'm still mates with him. We're not a fella that. So I rang Beef up, and he was busy. So he's like, youth, I'm just going down the meeting, I'll ring you back when I'm back, I won't be long. Like, yeah, youth, I've crashed my car. Like, yeah, right, and sweet, in a bit, puts the phone down on me. And then drives past me as I'm going down the industrial estate. And then rings me back up, like, youth, what are you walking down the industrial estate for, carrying loads of stuff? Like, I did explain to you, youth, I've crashed my car. Like, have ya? Like, fucking hell. And a whole week I had him taking the piss, like, rip your car off, youth. And then after a week, he ripped his car off, so that shut him up a bit. But I wouldn't wish that on anyone. It was just funny how a whole week he was taking the piss out of me, and then boom, he ripped his car off. So I told him, then I rang my mum, yeah, I've crashed my car. Mum's like, oh God, you okay? Being a mum, all worried. Like, I'm fine. She come and picked me up from down the industrial estate, took me home, like, you alright? Yeah, I showed her my arm, so it's a little graze, well, a great big graze all down my arm, but it's nothing to bother about. So this had been about half an hour since my crash now. My back started to ache a bit. And then, I'd say another half an hour passed and my back was killing. And I was in agony. I got whiplash bad, because whiplash, you get these people who get it out of the car like, oh my back, oh my neck. Mate, you're putting it on. Whiplash doesn't come on straight away. I've crashed my car twice, and both times it's took about an hour before my back started to hurt. So, these people who get out of the car like, oh my neck. You're my fucking bullshitter. I've been there, I've done it. It don't hurt that fast. You chat shit. But, so, my back's hurt, and I had to have a bit of time off work because it was hard on my back. I couldn't bend my back. And then a bit later, I think it was a couple of days later, the garages rang me like, we've got your car here. The police, we've collected it. The police told us to come and fetch it. We've collected it. It's at Forlongley Garage, which it's not too far from Atherstone. Forlongley's not, so that's alright. My dad took me to get my stuff, so I had to unwire my sub from everything, because my cars, I get quite set in cars, so I was unwiring absolutely everything. Got all my sub wires out, and got all this and that, got everything out of my car, got a big bag of thingy stuff, lifted up my passenger mat. Now, not a lot of people know this, but I'll tell you. Some of my mates smoke weed, so that's just how it is. I lifted up my mat, and there's a flat, full spliff under there in my car that the police have took to the garage. Like, bloody hell. So my dad's over my shoulder, like, he's a bit dodgy about that. So I fucking grabbed it quick, shoved it in the bag, nobody noticed, I got away with that. But yeah, the police took my car and there was a spliff under my mat. Like, what the fuck? and then I've took the bag of stuff I've got out of my car, my radio, all the sub wires, took them to my car. Hang on a minute, I have took all the sub wires, I ain't took my sub, so I had to run back to the car, get my sub out of the boot, and go back. I thought, that's everything retrieved out of my car. Bad back for about 6 weeks. Well, I say 6 weeks, a bad back for about 6 weeks, and really bad. And then my back's hurt ever since. But yeah, you fuck your back up, your back's fucked for life, I'm afraid. So yeah, that's pretty much my car crash. Like I said, it was a good one. I hope you've enjoyed the story. Yeah, I think it was a good one. Comment below if you think it was a good one. Don't forget to, if you're liking these tales, subscribe to my channel, because that helps a lot. We seem to have been going backwards a bit lately with the change of the channel, but subscribers has just started to go back up now. Stuff's coming forward. I'm letting you in on a lot more of my life. So, we're building up a bond. I've built up a connection with a few of my subscribers. I'm getting there with building up a connection with you, and I'm loving the collabs with Roller. They've been fun and a little bit dodgy, but I enjoyed it. So we'll have to get on more of them. Anybody else that wants feeling like they want to get involved in videos, hit me up and we'll see what we can do. But as far as this video goes, I think that's it. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. RS Magnet Fishing, like and subscribe. I think it's all angels just walk by. Yeah, 'cause aside from